Kicking ass and taking names. Yeah, mostly just calling Congress. So come aboard. Let's get weird right now on the Unidentified Celebrity Review.
Unidentified.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon, and aloha. Welcome back to another episode of the Unidentified Celebrity Review, your home for credible news, reviews, and commentary on everything UFOs. Before we get started today, I just got to tell you, it's a work day. My lady's working in the other room, so if you hear other conversations happening as I'm doing this show, I apologize. But hey, it's COVID. We're living in weird times. I want to say hello and welcome to everybody in the chat. Alien Girl, Rusty. Of course, we have our usuals in here. UFO historian Majestic Q Clearance is here. Rusty, I think I already said. Anyway, guys, welcome. Thank you for being here. So today's show is going to be a lot different. It's going to be a lot more subdued. Basically, I'm going to be calling Congress for a couple of hours here on a live stream. I live in the state of California. So the problem with doing this live is that you guys can't hear it. You can't hear it and you're not even going to see it. But what I'm going to do is I'll be playing videos, of from my channel as I'm calling. So you guys are looking at something while I'm off the screen here for a couple of minutes. But when I come back, I'll give you updates. I'll share what I said, what scripts we're reading from, things that we can change, reactions, all of those things. So that way I can give you guys the updates so you know exactly how Congress is reacting. I'm probably going to start with the Senate Intelligence Committee, we're going to start with the Senate. So we're going to start with the Senate Intelligence Committee. We're going to work our way down the majority members list. Then we're going to go down the minorities members list. I'm going to show you guys how to use the big phone home call list. I'm going to show you all of the scripts that I'm pulling from. So when I call them, you know what I'm saying in some respects. So that's what we're doing today, guys. Later on tonight, we're going to have another live stream. We possibly will have some guests. Let's see what happens. We're going to be talking a lot about the article that just dropped on the Drive magazine. I can't remember, God, who wrote it. I'm sorry. These names and all these things are sometimes new to me. Let me see here. I know I could get this name pretty quickly because it's in... So here's the article. So this is the article we're going to be talking about later today. Let me just share it with you guys. If you haven't read this, it is an incredible article written by Tyler Rogaway. This is a book. It's not an article. I mean, this is a very, very long read. So put aside about 20 minutes to half hour and really just absorb what this guy is trying to lay out. It needs to be this long because this is a very, very, very complicated issue. And the thing that I love about this article is that it gives you a very good reason and explanation as to what all of these drones are, but still leaves the possibility, albeit a small one, but this is the small possibility that we have been believing and backing for 70 plus years. It's the same percentage. It's it's 0.01%. 0.08% of all the cases are the ones that are really unexplainable, where there's something very, very mysterious. And this article is calling for the destigmatization of UFOs and UAPs, because the problem is that we've stigmatized this so much that our pilots are not reporting possible Chinese and Russian drones because they're afraid that they're going to sound weird. And the military is now in a very awkward position where there are 100%, without a doubt, Chinese and Russian drones miles, sometimes within our country, taping and surveilling some of America's most highly sensitive spots on the planet. And it really lays out a scary situation for U.S. foreign domestic policy. Now, this is no longer a foreign policy issue. This is right on our doorstep. And It's a fantastic article. It's something I highly recommend you take the time and consume it, because it is really, really good. But we're not going to talk about that now. I can honestly talk about this article for a long time, so I don't want to get lost on this. But I wanted to point it out and make you guys aware of it. We're going to be talking about it later tonight, and again, hopefully with some friends joining us on the live stream. Okay, so with that out of the way, I want to, bear with me again, this is basically a work day right in front of you guys. This is not to entertain. This is just to show you guys exactly how to use the list that we've put together and provided for you guys. And I've also got UAP Act Now up here. We're going to be talking about their website and their script. We're going to be using their website and their script. We've got the letter from the press release from the SCU. This was signed by a lot of people at the SCU. A lot of them want to keep their names redacted from it, because there are certain things that I know the SCU is asking for, primarily just an NDA type access to the information, so that science can really start looking at this without the fear of the military leaking government secrets. So they put together a fantastic letter. It's something I'm going to be reading for you guys and showing you how to use it. So let's get started. So first things first. Let's go to the Big Phone Home contact list, and let me blow this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. So I've got the Big Phone Home contact list here, and the way you download this list, if you don't know already, let me show you that. All right. So you go to the bigphonehome.com. We got 7 days, 23 hours, and 31 minutes until the Big Phone Home starts. So yeah, we've got a little over a week. 8 days, basically. So when you come to this website, you're going to see this first of all, there's a video explaining what the Big Phone Home is. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's explains everything, and it's primarily for anyone who just wants to know what the hell's going on. And the second things we have here, obviously we've got a blue button here that'll remind you of the event. Basically, this will take you to my channel. Just ring the bell. That way you don't miss it. And then the second thing we have here is the Big Phone Home contact list. When you hit this button, okay, it's going to ask you to provide an email. I've already done this. When you do this, it'll send the list to your email. You download it from your email, and it becomes a file on your computer. It's pretty simple. Now, I've already done that. So I've got, let's blow this back up. This is my Big Phone Home contact list. In my list, and this is something that we're going to be adding here, I think Michael already added our script to the email. So our script is on here as well. But before we get to that script, what I wanted to show you is the congressional list. So this is all of the states, not all 50, because some states don't have members of Congress that are on one of 6 committees that we're aiming at really we're focusing on to this Big Phone Home effort on one of these 6 committees. So that way, you know, our requests are targeted to the committees that have either a direct knowledge of this 180-day report or an indirect knowledge of it. There's some way, in one way or another, tied to this report through the committee that they're in. So if you don't see your state on this congressional call list, that's why. So don't sweat it. Not a big deal. You could pick any other state you want to call and start with any one of these congressmen. Of course, they're probably not going to take your phone call or your email as serious as someone from their district. But hey, you're calling and you're letting them know and you're making them aware. Now, today we're going to skip this list, okay, with the thing I really wanted to focus on, and the thing that I think a lot of people should focus on, is the senators. The senators are really the ones talking about this, particularly the senators in the Senate Intelligence Committee. So when you click the senators' UAP list, what you're going to see are the 6 committees, okay? So you've got your Appropriations Committee. Inside the Appropriations Committee, you've got I've got to stretch these out because some of these committees are very long names. So hold on a second. So in the Appropriations Committee, you've got the Commerce, Justice, Science, and Related Agencies Subcommittee. Okay, and you click that, then you got your minority and majority members. You've got your Defense Subcommittee and your Homeland Security Subcommittee just within the Appropriations. Then we've got the Armed Services Committee, which has no subcommittees, and I've got the minority and majority members here for that. That's probably the second list of subcommittee members I think we should call. So I would probably go there second. The third on the list is, and just these are in no particular order, it's just alphabetical. The third on the list is the Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee. Inside this committee is the Aviation Safety, Operations, and Innovation Subcommittee. So that has to do with UAPs, and the Space and Science Subcommittee. Again, maybe not directly associated with the UAP topic, but indirectly in some way. So the third one we have here is the Homeland Security Committee. So in here, we have Homeland Security and Government Affairs, and then we have Emerging Threats and Spending Oversight Subcommittees. Again, these are people we should be contacting. Also keep in mind that I know this looks like a lot of work, but also keep in mind that a lot of senators serve on multiple committees. So just keep an eye on that when you're making phone calls, that you don't call the same senator twice. So that's one thing I would say, don't be intimidated by this list. Some of your work is already done in a lot of these committees and subcommittees when you make one phone call, because like I said, they serve on multiple committees in some cases. Before we continue, I just want to say hi, and everybody want to point out the comments that we have here in the chat. What's up, Rodrigo, Brandy, Explorer Lab? I'm so happy you guys are here. We've got Derek. Thank you, Derek, for being here. Alien Scientist, which by the way, he's going to be on next week. So let me, what do we say? Wednesday, Carl's going to be on Wednesday at 3 p.m. We're going to be doing a live stream with Alien Scientists. So come check that out. That should be a lot of fun. Alien Girl, UFO Majestic. So happy you guys are here. If you think anybody out there can benefit from this information, send them to this live stream. Have them start at the beginning so they know exactly what's going on. I don't want people to be coming. I mean, obviously it's going to happen. People are going to come into the live stream and see me not talking and just see a video playing, and they might go away. But I don't have a graphic that tells people that I'm going to be making a phone call that lets the audience knows what's happening. So if that happens, I need your guys' help to sort of help me produce the show and keep people engaged and interested. Okay, so let's continue. After the Homeland Security, we've got the Judiciary Committee, okay? And then we've got the Senate Intelligence Committee, which is the first one I'm going to start with, because if you go into minority members, you'll see Vice Chairman Marco Rubio. When you go in here, you see all of his offices. When you click these, it'll give you his Miami, Tallahassee, Tampa office, and his Twitter handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start calling probably his Miami office. And if he's not there, I'll move to his DC office. If he's not there, I'll go to Tallahassee and Tampa. I'm going to call all four of these offices. I'm going to leave a message with an aide at all four if I can't get in touch with them. And I'm going to be pulling. You might be asking yourself, well, what are you going to say, Lou? What's going on? It's okay. If you don't know what to say, if you've never done this before, that's why I'm here. That's what this whole movement is about. So let's start, I think, with our script, because it's the big phone home. So let's start with that, right? So let's move this script over here so you guys can see it. I'm going to blow it up. All right. So here's the script that I'll be, again, I'm going to be melding all of these things together, and I'm even going to be adding some things that are not on these requests, these UAP request scripts, as I think I'm calling them. What's up, Gerald? Welcome to the chat. Mr. Singh, hello. What am I going to do? We are calling Congress, man. We're calling Congress live. I'm going to show you guys. If you're just hopping in now, do me a favor, scrub all the way to the beginning, so that way you have the full explanation of what's going on. I don't want you guys to be confused, but I can't also repeat the instructions on what I'm doing, because I'll be here all day and I'll never get any calls done. But basically, I'm going to be calling Congress. I cannot, because I live in the state of California. You're not allowed to record a phone call in the state of California. It doesn't matter if you can't hear them either. I can't even record my side of it. So just to avoid getting arrested and having law enforcement knocking on my door, I'm going to be removing myself from the stream like so. And in that time, I'll be making the phone call. When I come back, I'll tell you how it went, what was said, if I left a message, if I talked to somebody, what I used from the script, things like that. So just to catch you up as quickly as possible. So here we've got this is our script, the Big Phone Home UAP request script. This was written, again, by hands that I cannot give you the names of. But just know that these men and women who helped write this script are very close to the topic, and they are big supporters of what we're doing. But to put names to things, sometimes we don't want to put anyone who especially is at a high level in a congressional briefing. We don't want to slow down their progress in conversations that we're having by having their name attached to something that, might scare somebody off. So that's why I can't tell you who wrote this, but just know it was written by the people that we all would love to get information and opinions from. Okay, so hi, my name is Luis Jimenez. I'm assuming this is what happens when they pick up the phone. This is what I'll be saying. Hi, my name is Luis Jimenez. I'm calling to see if Senator Rubio intends requesting the briefing on unidentified aerial phenomena from the ODNI. The DNI is submitting a public report to the Senate Intelligence Committee soon, and it's really important that Senator Rubio knows what's going on before it's made public. Congress is facing a credibility crisis, which is true, and public trust needs a boost. This is a unifying bipartisan issue, and it's critical that Senator Rubio gets the complete story from the Director of National Intelligence, so he is not blindsided by the news when the report comes out. So this is something I could pull from. Now, obviously, you guys, when you make a phone call, there's going to be natural breaks. Someone's going to say, hello, thank you for calling the office of so-and-so, and you're going to say, hello, how are you doing today? And they're going to respond, and then you're going to go into your thing. And it doesn't have to be word for word, just read over these would be my best suggestion. Read them before you make a call and pick out the things that you like and sort of stick to those when the opportunities arise. Again, we're leaving our personal experiences and stories and theories out of these phone calls. They have no place here. Leave that stuff, personal stuff, in a bag somewhere where you can pick it up later. This right here, we're trying to stick to the script. We're trying to stick to the request. We're trying to be as cordial as we possibly can be. Again, we're not angry about this. We just want more aid, more data, more information. So the second thing I wanted to share with you guys was a letter, another script that was put out by the SCU. And this is also something that you can pull from. So this was mailed out by the Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies, and it was released on April 12th, 2021. Now, Robert Powell and I had a conversation about this letter, and this is what came of it. They were working on this before we had the conversation, but I'm glad that they put this out for public consumption and use, because now we can pull from this and we can use this when we have a request. So what does this letter say? Recent statements by high-level government officials indicate, and let me blow this up for you guys so you can read along with me, indicate that unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, have penetrated national airspace, and it is a national concern. The former director of national intelligence, John Ratcliffe, recently stated that UAP, quote, have been picked up by satellite imagery that frankly engages in actions that are difficult to explain, unquote. The U.S. Navy, with all of its investigative capabilities, publicly admitted that they have additional information on UAPs that has been classified as secret and top secret. In light of these events, the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, SSCI, has requested a report from the DNI and the Secretary of Defense regarding what is known about UAPs and that have overflown our military facilities. Scientists from the SCU have petitioned Congress, specifically the SSCI, to release more information on UAP to the scientific community. The SCU believes that it is time to initiate rigorous scientific analysis of all available UAP data in order to enhance ongoing intelligence assessments. A copy of this letter is addressed to the chairman of the SSCI, Mark Warner, and the ranking member, Marco Rubio, is attached. 55 SCU members have signed the request. Their names have been redacted in the public letter for privacy reasons. There's also other reasons for that, which we talked about with Robert Powell. So go check out that episode. Now, some things that I'm looking at that I could easily pull from this when having a conversation. John Ratcliffe recently stated that UAPs have been picked up by satellite imagery. I would like to know more about that. I'd like to have a conversation about with Senator Rubio about that. Senator Rubio about these satellite images. You know, I want to. I also want to invite. I'm going to invite Senator Rubio to join us for the Big Phone Home. Really, that's what my main. That's why I want to call him first, because I want to see if we can get him to talk to us on April 24th, 2021. So let's. Okay, so before we do that, now the last one I want to send you or share with you is the UAP Act Now. So again, guys, these are amazing tools that we have in the tool belt that are going to help us in this effort. Okay, so let's see here. So this is James Fox's website. This is his script here that he said he, you know, I'm not going to repeat it because I know the people that were attached to it weren't crazy about it. But the cool thing about this is that, you know, again, this is written by the same hands, okay? The same people that wrote our script. So the script goes as, sorry. So contained within the December 2020 COVID-19 relief bill, the CARES Act, was an Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021. In the committee comment section of this act is a stipulation that triggered an unprecedented 180-day countdown for intelligence agencies to provide a report to Congress, summarizing what our government knows about UFOs, now referred to as UAPs. It has now been formally acknowledged by bipartisan government leaders from the Obama, Trump, and Biden administrations, including former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe, former Deputy Assistant of Secretary of Defense for Intelligence Christopher Mellon, Vice Chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee Marco Rubio, former Director of the Senate Intelligence Committee Agency John Brennan, and Central Intelligence Agency John Brennan, and former Deputy Secretary of Defense David Norquist are among others that organizations within the government possesses evidence confirming the existence of objects of unknown origin displaying advanced operational capabilities that challenge our scientific understanding. In 2017, Luis Elizondo, former director of Pentagon UFO program ATIP, stated on CNN, "This is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone. For the first time in history, American citizens have the opportunity to engage our government and influence the extent of the unclassified information, including the historic public report. If you believe that progress, security, and faith in our government are dependent on truth and transparency, we invite you to join us in expressing your support for a thorough congressional inquiry on the UAP issue by contacting your local representatives via the convenient portals linked below." The countdown to June 25th, 2021 is underway. So again, if you, and it ends with a great quote by Christopher Mellon. Having worked for Congress for over a decade, I can assure you that our elected officials carefully monitor their communications and our collective voices can make a difference. That's coming from Christopher Mellon himself. Now here, the beautiful thing about the UAP Act Now website is it's got a click. It gives you the phone number for the switchboard, okay? But here's the thing, is that to find your representative on this, you might only get one phone number from that switchboard. You might only be sent in one direction. The beautiful thing about my list is it's got every single one of their offices, every single one of their phone numbers, and their Twitter account all in one place. It's really just up to you. I mean, James also has the Twitter here, which gives you all the blue checked accounts for representatives, and it's also got a resist bot. I've sent out this resist bot. Use it. It's a wonderful tool that does all the work for you, and you can even donate to it to make it resend things. But again, we have to be aware, if this is the route we're going to go, there's nothing wrong with that, but just understand that there is artificial intelligence monitoring calls, emails, letters, all of those things, and it tends to filter out messages that repeat themselves. So that's why I would say, you know, if you've got the time, you don't have to do it right now. Join us, make the time, April 24th, 2021. So that way, You know, none of the, you don't have to be scrambling around to see how things work. Set aside a half hour on the 24th to get familiar with this UAP Act Now script, with my script, with my call list, with James's call list, and with the letter from the SCU. You'll notice that when I read these, there's a lot of commonality within these three letters, primarily being that this is a bipartisan issue. I feel like that's the biggest message that I got from all three of these. This is an issue that both sides need to be paying attention to. So let's get to the comments, and then I'm going to start making some phone calls. So here we go. Ola from Portugal. Hello, Portugal. This is, he's saying no. He's saying Ola from Portugal to Gerald. I know Rodrigo's in Portugal. You know, I'll never forget that now. Okay, so let's see here. Seriously, awesome work. I'll be using the same script. Thank you. I hope so. I know, by the way, guys, Alien Girl, if I'm not mistaken, let everybody know, please, my lady. She's also going to be doing a live stream on her channel on the 24th. So hop between the two, have both of them on. I don't care. Just as long as you're making some phone calls and you're engaging yourself. Derek here has a comment regarding phone calls. Regarding recording, you're calling the public office's public line, which doesn't fall under reasonable expectation of privacy. You can record it and you can state it at the start if you want. This was I've been told this as well, Derek. This is true. You're right. But it also depends on which state you're calling from. In the state of California, the law is clear, crystal clear. Doesn't matter if you're calling your local or state representative or a representative outside, even in DC. They may be public officials, but you still need their permission to record them. And the reason why I don't want to tell them that I'm recording them is because I don't want to scare them. I want to have a natural conversation where I let them know who I am, what I'm requesting, and what I'm doing on April 24th, 2021. And I want to invite them to join us. So I don't want to start that request with, I'm recording you. I hope that makes sense. And that's why I'm not doing it the way I think you guys would love for it to be seen. And we're going to be doing this the same way on April 24th. When I go make my phone calls, Michael Mataluni will be hosting the show, talking to guests. I'll go away for 15 minutes, make my phone calls, come back, and then Michael will be taking a shift to make phone calls for 15 minutes. So every hour, we're going to be doing a half hour worth of calling from my channel. But we've got to be so careful, and I'm not going to risk my freedom in a government like this where people get arrested on live streams all the time. I don't want to be that guy, and that's not what this channel I don't have the money to get lawyers. If you guys want to start raising a lawyer fund for me in case they do come busting my door down, you may want to get it started. But to avoid all of that, I'm just not gonna have my voice, their voice, or even my image on screen. So for this first call-in, that's the plan. That's why we're not recording. Again, I don't want to start the conversation with, "Hi, I'm recording you," because they're going to immediately, their defenses are going to go up. They're going to want to get me off the phone as quickly as humanly possible. So to avoid that, I'm just not going to even tell them because I'm not recording them. You know, I'm allowed to talk about the conversation once the conversation is over, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you who picked up, who I talked to, what the conversation was like, what we talked about, and, whether or not it was encouraging or discouraging the response that I got. So, I want them to be as natural as possible. So, Derek, that's why we're not going to be recording today. If you have any other questions past that, let me know, and let's see if we can answer them. Gerald, hola, Rodrigo. I'm glad you guys are interacting with each other. This is probably my favorite part about this channel. Is you guys are always, talking to each other, which is cool. Massachusetts too, they will hit you with a wiretapping charge. So, be careful, Alien Girl as well. When you make your phone calls, just don't record them. Just be on the safe side, stay on the safe side of this. step away, or if you want, make your phone calls before your live stream, take some notes, and then share those notes with people after. So I don't want anybody getting in trouble. So if you're going to do a live stream on your channel or your podcast or whatever, awesome, great. I encourage it. Just be careful. Use your head. If you, it's just like a tweet. If you're writing a tweet and in your gut, you're like, should I say, if you even ask yourself once, should I send this tweet? Don't do it. Same thing with this effort. If you're asking yourself, should I stream this? Should I make this public? Don't do it. Just play safe and don't do it. All right. So consent to record doesn't apply to public officials performing public duties. Again, you are correct. I'm not arguing with you here. You're right. But it depends on what state you call from. If I call from Florida, I can record all I want. It's clear. The law is clear. But in Massachusetts and California, you cannot, even if it is a public office. I didn't read into the laws. I'm just telling you that's the way it is. And even if I'm wrong on that, I'm still going to play it safe. So I appreciate, I feel like Derek really wants to hear me talk. And I hear you, man. And that's what we're going to try and do. That's why we're going to invite senators so they could call in and talk to us in person, answer your questions, answer my questions. That's the whole point of this. So I know this is not super sexy and very exciting. This is more of an informative live stream. I want to show you how to use the lists, the scripts, and answer any questions you guys have. So here, let's go. Let's not get legal fees. I'd rather buy you a coffee and not help with the bail. Same here, brother. Okay, FYI, but just say it's legal, discourage others from accountability. Right, I agree. It's only illegal if you're recording it. Try not to record it. If you're going to make phone calls, just make your phone calls and go. There's nothing illegal about making phone calls. There's nothing illegal about what we're doing. We're just, we want to make sure that if we do it, we share it and express it the right way without getting anyone in trouble. It's legal for private stuff. Don't record your ex-wife. This is public office. You're covered. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. I'm not spreading disinfo. It's not disinformation. Again, it depends on the state that you're living in. If you want to come to the state of California and record an official, go for it. Go for it. I recommend you don't. That's all I'm saying. Especially in this state, just lawyers are a dime a dozen, and I can tell you, I've been into a couple of legal issues, and it's just, I don't want it. So again, I could be wrong on this, Derek. And if I am, I stand corrected. But again, we're just playing it safe. So nothing personal, just playing it safe. All right. So what I'm going to do is, let's do this. I've got my live stream here with Christina. I'll rewind it for you guys. I'm going to play this. I don't know if you guys will get sound from this. I don't think so. This is just something to have in the background while I'm making a phone call. So here's what I'm going to do. I got my scripts up. They're ready to go. I'm going to go to my Senate UAP list. I'm going to go to the Senate Intelligence Committee, and I'm going to start with the majority members. So the first person I'm going to call is Mark Warner from Virginia. Let's pull up his offices. We got his district office. We'll call that first. These are all of his district offices right here. So I'll pull this up. I'll have this here on my screen. And then I'm also going to, I don't need to pull up his Twitter because I'm already following him. So that's his district office. And then let's pull up his DC offices. So there we go. All right. So we got both offices. Let's make this smaller. All right, so there's one office, district offices, and where is DC office? All right, there we go. Here's his DC office. Cool. All right, so I'm going to back out of this for a couple minutes. I'm going to make my phone call, and I'm going to come back and let you guys know how it went. Let me, you know what? Let's do this. Just make this a little Bigger there. Cool. So we'll do that. We'll take me out, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, you guys. Cool. Thanks for being here. Here we go. And by the way, just so you guys know, here, I wanted to show you guys this so you guys don't think I'm just, not making phone calls, just disappearing. Okay, so let's start with his Abingdon office. So 276 628. You know what? Let's start with his DC office. He's probably in DC. So 202 224 2023. All right, so I'm going to be calling Mark Warner. There's his number there, my phone. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. All right. Okay. So that went well, you guys. That went well. I know you want to hear Christina, and I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't play the audio for this and make a phone call at the same time for you guys. So that's why you can't hear it. So I apologize for that. A lot of silence. I'll figure out a way to put some music in here or something the next time if we do something like this. So that way it's not so weird. So thank you for pointing that out. I think it was Rodrigo who pointed that out. Okay, so let's talk about this phone call. All right. So I was nervous, right? You get a little bit nervous when you talk to these folks. So when I called, there was an answering machine. The answering machine asked if I'd like to leave a message or if I'd like to talk to one of the staff or members. So of course, that's the one I hit. I got in touch with a staff member, didn't give me his name. I didn't ask for it. It's not important. But he was very cordial. I was as cordial as I could with me. I told him that I would like to speak to the senator about more UAP transparency and the 180-day congressional report that is being looked at bipartisanly. And he was receptive to it. And then I also told him that we would like to request and invite the senator to come talk to us on the 24th. Of course, he directed me to the senator's website where I can make a request through there. I probably won't do that. If I have the time, I will. I will do it, I think, with select senators. But what I did tell him is, I asked him what are the senator's opinions on this report. He looked for some recent comments. He couldn't find any. And then asked if there were any messages that he could take down that can be passed along. And I told him, of course there is. So I told him about the Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies and all of the scientists and PhDs that have made this letter and have sent it out to senators. And we're basically requesting more transparency, more data in this 180-day congressional report. In the meantime, we're asking for an extension of this report to 180-day extension to give more time to the agencies to coordinate so that this report is more robust and has more data in it. In the meantime, we are requesting a preliminary report. And then also, I'm trying to remember what else I said. I also reminded him that this is a bipartisan issue with both sides of the aisle wanting more information on this, and that it was a great way to unify Congress and the Senate and people. So it's an issue that is important that I think he should pay attention to. And I also told him that about the big phone home, April 24th, 2021. I made him write down our website, so that way he can pass that along. I told him what the website's all about, what we're doing, who's involved, and hopefully that message gets passed along. Now, if you guys called today and said the same thing, you could bet your ass that message gets passed along. So don't be shy. If you want to join me right now, go for it. Okay. But I also told him that on the 24th, we're going to be calling him. A lot of people expect phone calls on that day, expect to be taking messages that day. So they're aware. And it went great. It was very, very simple, super simple. It was actually kind of fun to talk to somebody about this from our government, even if it is an aid. You don't think it helps. It does. Okay. So let's see what you guys got here. Looking forward to this for sure. Thank you, Rodrigo, for understanding. Did you get the triangle videos? I did. Are you talking to me? I'm not sure if you're talking to me, but I'm assuming the triangle videos from Corbell. I have seen those. I just called Senator Jack Reed's office here in Rhode Island. Kick ass. That's the way you do it, brother. Make calls. Awesome, Jerry. How'd it go? Alien scientists, black helicopters on their way. I hope not, man. I hope not. All right, so let's keep going. Let's not stop. All right, so I'm going to close out these. You know what? I'll also, I wonder if I should leave a message at his, what do you guys think? Should I leave a message at one of his district offices? What do you guys think? I don't know if the district office is as, I don't know. I can. I mean, I've already talked to somebody, so I'm wondering, what do you think? Should I move on to the next senator, or should I keep buggering them and calling all these other offices? I'm gonna wait to see what you guys think. Don't sweat it, Thomas. The beautiful thing about this, you actually, if you're just hopping in now, maybe go back and just See what we're doing. If you're confused as to what's happening right now, we're calling Congress. I can't express the audio, the video of that conversation with you guys because I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm updating as I hang up the phone and share what happened over the phone call. The unidentified celebrity review. I heard that that written letters make a good visual statement, but don't get read. I doubt that. I think they do get read. It takes longer because it's not like you mail a letter and they open it in 3 days like you would with any other letter sent within the United States. This letter gets sent. It goes to a processing center. In that processing center, it gets scanned for, anthrax and all those weird things. And then once it's cleared, then it's put on the desk of one of these senators or congressmen. And then the aides are the ones who are in charge of going through these letters. And maybe I think you're right to a point that if they only get one letter having to do with that specific topic, they might crumple it up and toss it. But if the next letter they open is the exact same thing, they might crumble up and toss it. But if they get a third, they get a fourth, they get a fifth, they get a 10th, they get a 20th letter saying roughly the same thing, they can't just crumple it up and toss it. They're not going to do that. That's their job. At least if you have faith in our democracy and what we're doing here in this country, if you have any faith, you'll give them enough faith and credit to read your letter. And if you do mail a letter, good on you. I honestly think that's one of the best ways to do this. The SCU mailed their letters. Jeremy McGowan has mailed his letters, and they've got UPS and FedEx tracking shipping numbers, so they know when those letters are opened. That's a great way to do it too. So there is no, confusion when you've got a tracking number to it. You know where it is and when it and who signed for it. So that's a great way. If you're worried about your letter getting crumbled up and tossed, put a tracking number on it. That way it got there. And then when you follow up with a phone call, you can say, I wrote you on this day. Did you guys receive that letter? If you can't find it, if not, here's what it said. And you could do the exact same thing, man. Just be consistent, keep doing it. Okay, so here we go. Any of the possibilities unidentified removing, especially before moving on, especially notable or influential people. Any and all possibilities before moving on, especially normal. Yeah, I mean, look, for the next week, especially starting Monday, I'm going to be releasing names on my Twitter that I want all you guys to get in contact with and make them aware. Help me make them aware of the big phone home. So maybe we can get some surprise guests and some surprise celebrities come in and talk to us. That would be awesome. So the next week we'll really be focusing on that. We'll also be focusing on the senators and the congressmen that we should start, tweeting at and things like that. So all those things are coming next week. So stay tuned. Ask for the district office if they found Mick West's sense of humor. No, man, I don't know if that man has humor in his bone. I mean, when we talked to him, he was pretty, he was a nice guy. I mean, he was okay. He was okay. He didn't seem like he didn't seem like the guy who makes people who's in the room that makes people laugh. That's for sure. Jeremy, cool. That video is packed with great info. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Are you talking about conversations that I've had with Jeremy McGowan? Okay. Okay. I think that's what you're talking about. Yes, my point was poorly made. I think letters have more impact than a call, but the content might not be read, but the physical presence of the letter has great impact. Agreed, for sure, man. I'm glad we're seeing eye to eye. All right. So I'm gonna, nobody said to call the district office. So I'm going to move on to the next senator and see, where is my call list? Where'd my call list go? There it is. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's move on to phone home call list. Senators, again, Senate Intelligence Committee, majority, and let's go to Angus King in Maine. We're going to call his DC office. Let's see here. Here's his office numbers right here. All right, Augusta, Washington, DC. There we go, right there. All right, so Let's give Mr. King a call. Angus King. What a great name. Angus King. Cool name, dude. I wish my name was Angus sometimes. All right. Let's see here. 20202 224. And by the way, all the Congress phone numbers, at least in the DC office, start with 202-224. So that's, that's convenient. Okay, so I'm going to be giving them a call again. I'm gonna back out of here, you guys. I'm sorry I don't have any music or anything for you to listen to, but I'm gonna make this call and I'll be back to let you know how it went. All right, be back. All right, I'm on hold, you guys. So I think it's okay to tell you that I'm on hold. I'm not talking to anybody right now. So we'll see what happens. Let me know. Can you guys can't hear Christina, right? I don't think so. I'm wondering how do I got to figure that out. I got to figure out how to play music for you guys if I'm ever on the phone doing something like this. I know I can make my own videos down here that I could play. But yeah, anyway. We'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out on the next one. I was gonna record doing this and edit it together, but man, it would have just been a ton of work. I would have had to record myself for like 3 or 4 hours and then edit it down. So that's why I'm doing a live stream with it. So yeah, just on hold, just waiting. The phone lines are busy, which is a good thing, I guess. Make your own music, play some bossa nova, right? I wish. Okay. Hello, under Gaucho. On your tombstone will be the. Is Gaucho here? Is the Gauch in the chat? Did I miss him? Oh, there he is, man. What's up? Love it. Welcome, dude. I'm so happy you're here. We're just calling Congress. I'm on hold right now, so that's why I'm streaming. But as soon as somebody picks up, I'm gonna back out so that way I don't get in trouble. Dude, you want to move to LA and be a producer? I can't pay you. Just FYI, I'm gonna start there. Cannot pay you. But yeah, I would love that. I definitely need a producer, man. I need a producer. It's an absolute necessity. And it's something that we're going to be looking into here in the next year. There's a lot of changes coming, you guys. So just stay tuned. Ring the bell. We got a lot of stuff coming. Derek, Lou could play John Cage's 433. Wait, what's John? I'm so lost. What's John Cage's 433? I need you to explain that. I have no idea what that means. Well, while we're here, while I'm on hold, let me ask you guys, if you can, just give me some opinions. Give me some opinions on this article that was dropped. This Drive article. Here, I'll find it right here, and we can talk about it. I would love to know what you guys think about this article right here. That's loading up. Written by Tyler Rogaway. If you guys want to talk about it in the chat, we can sort of discuss it a little bit while I'm on hold. Man, this article was so damn long, but I tell you, look how long this article is. It is insane. One of the longest articles I've read in a long time. But man, I enjoyed every second of it. Such a fun read. What's up, Gajo? What's up? What's up, buddy? I'm so happy you're here, dude. So cool. Lou, it's a classical composer who made a song composed of only silence. Okay, there you go. That would be the perfect piece of music. That's cool. Gerald Greenwood, hey, that will be up to you guys. Or the Undead Gaucho, yeah, it would be up to you guys, man. I'm so happy you're here, dude. It's so cool. Very good article. So Explorer Lab liked the article. Wondering what you thought, Gaucho. Did you get to read this Drive article? If you haven't, let me. You know what I'll do is I'll put the link in the chat so you guys can check it out if you haven't read it yet. There you go. All right, let's see what Rusty said here. The UAP UFO topic is hitting the masses. My mother texted me this morning about the new video she saw on the news today. My sister did the exact same thing. My sister and my mother. So I'm right there with you, dude. Yeah, here's like, however you feel about these Jeremy Corbell videos and George Nat drops, whatever side you fall on. The beautiful thing about that hitting the news stream is that it's putting the conversation in folks' psyche, in their consciousness, and people that have nothing to do with this topic. I think the first thing they do when they hear something like this is they're like, who do I know that knows about this? I got to tell them. So that way, maybe they can give me some information on what's going on. And that's awesome. That's a good thing. So, again, whatever side you side with on that Corbell and Nap information drop, it's all good. It's a good thing. So let's see here. Rusty, I was glad that in the article he was very adamant that not all of the occurrences since the 40s are foreign military tech, just a large number. I agree. I think that was one of my favorite parts of the article too. He's not dismissing the I loved when Stanton Friedman would say some UFOs are unidentified, some. And that's what this article basically did for me. While I was reading it, all I could picture was Stanton Friedman going, some of these are unidentified. So I love that. I mean, this article was basically saying the things that we all knew, but what it does is it's taking all of these exciting drone stories and it's saying, look, these are probably handmade low-tech drones that are being made cheaply and have things attached to them, and then sometimes are swarms of them. And the purpose of these things is to surveil the United States military assets. And these things can be made at Radio Shack. Yeah, I mean, if you don't think we have Chinese, and Russian spies living within this country or coming into this country off of shipping containers and boats, you're sorely mistaken. But it's taken all of these stories and it's saying a percentage of these are unexplainable and don't fit this narrative that this article is putting out on the table. So it leaves a crack open for some of these UAPs to be legitimate unknowns and legitimate mysteries and phenomena. So don't take this article as a gut punch. Take it as a validation, because these things are out there. They're real. You know, just like Christopher Mellon said, they're here. So take solace in that fact. Totally. Lots of my family sent me the news. I mean, how fun is that when that happens? When your mom hits you up, it's like, oh, and she texts you the pyramid. When I saw, I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Oh man, I loved it. They were like, you guys are right? Exactly, man. Exactly. It's opening stories like this start to open the mind of the collective subconscious and conscious for that matter. Sweet vindication. I don't know if I would label it vindication, at least not for me. It feels good. It's an affirmation more than a vindication for me. But yeah, I feel what you're saying, brother, for sure. Gaucho, it's a process that leads to a change of paradigm, huh? I think he would agree with that for sure. Some are not. I don't care about those. Stanton Friedman. There you go. There's the quote. I love that quote. Some are not. Period. Love it. Man, this is a long wait time here for Angus. Maybe I should call another office. Wonder what's going on today. People are calling into Congress. What do you guys think? Should I hang up? Try a local office maybe? I think, where were you? Did you say you were in Massachusetts, alien scientist? I'm trying to look. We'll see where it was. Massachusetts. Okay, so yeah, okay. Massachusetts in Maine. Okay, he's in Maine. He's not in Massachusetts. I was gonna say maybe you could call from your local phone number and help me out here, but no, you guys are in different states. Okay. There are nefarious actors are interwoven into the fabric of ufology, discrediting the credible and false narratives to make us sound like tinfoil hat wearing crackpots to the general public. I agree, but that narrative's changing, Thomas. We're in the midst of it. Lunchtime. I think you're right. I mean, what time? Well, no, it's like almost 3:00 there. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. They should have been done with lunch. They're not answering. Wait a bit longer. All right, I'm gonna give it another. Let's give it another 2 minutes. I'll wait till 11:27 my time, and if I don't get a phone pickup by then maybe I'll call a local office, see if I can get any luck there. Try another office joke, or okay. I thought you said try another. Well, I don't know why I read joke, but try another office maybe. Yeah, we're gonna give that a shot here in a couple minutes. Because I'll probably only be live streaming here for another 20 minutes, a half hour, and then and probably stop doing the live stream, continue with my phone calls, because I want to make sure that at least this part of the Senate and all of these senatorial committees that I mentioned earlier are called within this week, at the end of this week today, and then I'm going to also be making phone calls on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I probably won't live stream those though, because it just takes longer, as you can see. All right, so got 1 more minute. Let's see here. Let them take their time. They got to keep themselves well fed, Lou. This is true. God knows they probably get free lunches everywhere they go, if I had to take a guess. Even though they say there's no such thing as a free lunch. Just checking my Twitter here, you guys. I'm just doing like my natural things that I normally would do. I got to be careful. Everybody hates that I put Dogecoin through Robinhood. I think they're probably right on that a little bit, but damn, dude, my Dogecoin's gone through the roof, you guys. Somebody was telling me, and I'll find the message. Somebody was telling me right here. If you're gonna buy Dogecoin, there's some great places to buy it other than Robinhood, and those were Coinbase, Kraken, or Binance are some good ones to buy at. Or not Coinbase, but Changely. And the reason why is because they allow you to transfer to other personal wallets and things like that, where Robinhood does not. I didn't know that. So that's a good thing to know. So I appreciate Joyce giving me that information about the Dogecoin. But I mean, I bought 12,300 shares of Dogecoin, I think at like 4 cents. And it's now up to like 35 cents. So, take a look at it, you guys. It's if you got an extra $100 to spare, just buy some Dogecoin and sit on it. Just think of it as $100 you'll never get back again. And that way, when you look at the account in 3 to 4 months and there's a couple grand in there, you're like, whoa, because that's exactly what happened to me when I woke up this morning. It was insane. And it's doubled just in one day. So take a look at it. This is not somehow this turned into a Dogecoin group. All right, I'm gonna hang out. This is too long, way too long. Let's try a local office. All right, getting way off point here. Okay, here we go. So Banger, DC. All right, let's call his Augusta number because his name is Angus. Let's see. That seems like feels like that might be the. Let's call Angus at his Augusta number. 8292. All right, I'm going to call him. I'm going to get off here so this way I don't get in trouble here. All right, be right back. Okay, so what happened is exactly what I thought would happen. It's a local office. So at the local office, they really can't. His recommendation was to send an email or keep trying the DC office. So we're gonna keep trying the DC office. I'll try a little bit later today. We'll circle back to it, see if we can get in touch with him. But he was very encouraging. He's like, he's a ranking member of the Space Science and Tech Committee, if I'm not mistaken. That's what he said. So he said the senator is very aware of this topic, but unfortunately that the office that I'm contacting is for local constituents to voice concerns. And that's 100% understandable, So his recommendation was either A, to send an email, because he does believe that the senator would be interested in addressing these concerns. And the second suggestion was to just keep trying the DC office and see if you can get a message in with them. So progress, right? Progress. All right. So let's close out these offices. I'm going to do one more. We're going to call, you know what? Let's do two more, because I saw Dianne Feinstein here, and that's actually my state. So I think that's a great way, a great one to do, because I can call her local and state office and voice these concerns, and both can be taken. But the other one that I really wanted to get to was Marco Rubio. So we're going to do Dianne Feinstein first, and then we're going to do Marco Rubio second. So let's pull up Dianne Feinstein's. Also, I forgot, you know what? Let's do this as well. If you guys want to join me, whip out your phones. Let's text Angus right now. Or not text, let's tweet at him at Angus. So his Twitter handle is at Senator SEN Angus King. So if you guys can see that, Senator Angus King, right? And I'm going to let him know, dear Senator, I've been trying to contact your DC office. Very busy. Would love to inform and invite you to hashtag the big phone home. And feel free to retweet this to you guys if you want to copy and retweet it. Go for it. The big phone home. Big phone. There we go. Hashtag UAP Act Now. I always try to use these hashtags, you guys. UAP Act Now, hashtag and UAP secrecy. These are my three favorite ones to use anytime I've got the space to do it. You know, it's just going to raise more awareness. It's going to direct people in the right direction, in case they were like, what is that? So, dear Senator, I've been trying to contact your DC office. Very busy. Would love to inform you and invite you to the big phone home. Hashtag UAP Act Now. Hashtag and UAP secrecy. I would love to discuss the recent comments by colleague Marco. I'm going to tag Marco Rubio. I would love to discuss the recent comments by colleague Marco Rubio. I think I put college. colleague Marco Rubio on the hashtag UAP incursions over U.S. military installation. I don't assets basis, and that fits perfectly. Okay, so just double check it. Thank God I didn't send it, because I would have said I had been frying to contact you instead of trying. Okay, so I'm sending Senator Angus King because we couldn't get in contact with him on his at his DC office, and obviously his local offices is for local issues, but we tried anyway. So this is what I'm sending the senator right now. I'll read it out to you. Senator Angus King, dear Senator, I've been trying to contact your DC office. Very busy. Would love to inform you. Would love to inform and invite you to the big phone home. I would love to discuss the recent comments by colleague Marco Rubio on the UAP incursions over military bases. So I'm tweeting it right now. Feel free to retweet it yourself. Or tweet at him with whatever you want to say. So that way, look, we called him, we left the message at the local office, and if 10 of us tweet at him right now, there's a chance we might get contacted back. Who knows? Give it a shot. All right. Okay, so let's go to Feinstein. All right, we've got Dianne Feinstein's office here, and her Los Angeles office, which is real close to me. Let's see, where is her DC office? Did I not put her DC office in here? Oh boy, I might have messed up on Dianne Feinstein. I don't think I put her DC office in here. All right, well, let's. This this is a perfect example. I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes, right? So this is a perfect time for me to go to UAP Act Now, go to the switchboard here, and call the switchboard and have them get me in contact with her local office. It's pretty simple. So 202-224-3121. I can't believe I didn't put her DC office in here. I've got her district offices. Unbelievable. Well, let me see. Let me look at. See, here's a beautiful thing: is I can type in Diane Feinstein in here, and it should. Let's see, Diane Feinstein, California. Where is it? Oh, there they are. They're all these folders are down here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this could be. That's not. Okay, it's just giving me in these weird folders down here. Okay, these have got to be. I think her district number is somewhere in another folder somewhere, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's. I'm gonna call this now. See if I can get directed to her office. I'll be back. All right, you guys. So, I called the. Well, let me. This is like right in the middle of my face. Hold on. I called the switchboard which was great because all I had to do was say, hey, can you transfer me to Senator Feinstein's office in DC? No problem. Boom, got transferred there. When I got in touch with the office, there was no options to talk to an aide, which I don't like. It was, you basically were forced to leave a message. So I did. I left a message. I asked, I told her who I am, what I'm doing on the 24th, what we're asking for. I asked for an extension of 180 days on and in the meantime, I asked for a preliminary report. And I also invited her to join us on April 24th, 2021. And I left my website address there as well. So yeah, it's that simple, you guys. It's really, really easy to do this. The first phone call you're going to make, you might feel a couple butterflies in your stomach, but trust me, you'll get over it real quick as soon as you start calling and talking to somebody. And I got to tell you, it is incredibly helpful to have these scripts in front of me as I'm making these calls. So that way, if I start rambling, or if I get caught or stuck on something because I'm a little nervous, I could just quickly refer to it. And it's like, okay, there you are. Boom, keep going. And it helps me, get through this. Everyone that I've talked to has been super nice. Of course it's hello, good morning. How are you? My name's Luis. If they give you a name, great, awesome. Tell them why you're calling, why you think it's important. I'm always trying to lead with, when I talk to Mark Warner or the aide with Mark Warner, it's like, I know Senator Warner is part of the Senate Intelligence Committee. I know he should have knowledge or indirect knowledge of this report. I would like to make him aware of this report if he doesn't know about it, and what I would like to see out of this report. So you guys, super easy. This is super easy. It's not intimidating whatsoever. And it's something that anyone in this chat can do right now. So do it. What's your excuse? It's look in the mirror time, right? So let's go through a couple comments, and then we're going to end this stream with a phone call to Marco Rubio, and we'll see what happens, right? So Rodrigo, it turned out to be a useful call regardless. Lou, kudos. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. The 24th is a Saturday. I don't recall if I've ever called on a weekend. It may just go straight to voicemail. Maybe a test tomorrow to see. I've already tested it. Yes, it's going to go straight to voicemail. And we're doing this on purpose on a Saturday. As you can see, a lot of these numbers are busy. Well, not a lot, but you're not talking to the senator. That's rarely going to happen, if ever. And if it does, trust me, I'll let you guys know. But it is the reason why we're doing it on a Saturday is perfect example. Just this last week, we had police officers arresting a military man in uniform that seemed to be an aggressive use of force. And then that incident became a reason for people to call their local and state representatives. And I believe that happened on a weekday. So if we plan this on a Monday and something like that happens on the same day, we're going to be clogging Congress with UAP requests while people are still are trying to call with legitimate anger. And I don't want anyone to use this movement as an excuse or a scapegoat as to why people can't get in touch with their local and state representatives. So yeah, you're right, Derek. We're going to be mainly leaving messages all day. But if we could pack those voicemails with messages, if we could get a couple letters and emails and tweets sent out, I think it'll make some headway. It'll help. And the reason I know why it'll help is because Lou Elizondo said it'll help. Christopher Mellon said it'll help. You've seen the quote. It's gut check time. It's look in the mirror time. Super simple. And honestly, it's even easier to leave a message. It's way less stress, right? But the beautiful thing about the big phone home is you don't have to do it on the 24th, Derek. You could do it right now with me. This is the big phone home. This is a prequel to the big phone home right now, what we're doing. So the big phone home is every day. Every day. Let's be clear about that. You can do this every day if you want. And that's what I'm trying to inspire you guys to do. I'm trying to inspire you guys to really put faith in your government. put faith in the system. Let's see if the system works. I think it does. And I think if there's enough people that voice their concerns, it'll move the needle again. All right. So yeah, agreed. We're calling on a weekend. I don't think it's a bad move. I think it's a politically sound move. And and the beautiful thing is I can tell you this, the tone of the aide that picked up from when I called Mark Warner was a little like, I don't want to take this call. And I have a feeling they have that attitude is because usually when people are calling Congress, if somebody's gotten to the point where they're calling their local or state representative, they're probably pissed. So if you're calling, you're a ray of sunshine. You're like, hey, how's it going? I'm Alien Girl. I'm Lou. I'm Rodrigo. I'm Gaucho. And I want to talk about UAPs, and I want to talk about the senator and how they're related to this topic. And I want to get your thoughts on it and just have a conversation with them. I promise you, this is a welcome conversation. It's a lot more welcome than getting yelled at. I promise you. So whether the big phone home is today, which is the 16th of April for you, or the big phone home is on the 24th, which is a Saturday, it's every day. You can do it anytime. This is a tools and tool belt that you can dive into at your convenience. So I cannot stress that enough. I emailed my local minister. MP is something parliament. God, what is MP? Why did I forget the definition of MP? I know what an MP is. It's your representative. Anyway, I emailed my local MP, Chloe Smith, and asked about if the UK was also investigating UFOs. And she said that the UK has no interest in UFOs and UAPs. That's okay. That's okay, Mark. Keep calling. Encourage your friends to keep calling. Keep tweeting at Chloe Smith. Get your friends to all tweet at her once. The reason why they're not interested, or the UK has no interest, is because there is zero, and I mean zero, public pressure for them to do so. The pressure is building up here in the States, and I think that will trickle down to you guys in the UK, because if more information starts coming out here, I think that shows the way, if that makes any sense. It sort of paves the way for other big governments to start talking about this a little more openly. So I know it's discouraging, Mark, but I'm sure you have more than one MP. I mean, you got a local one. Call ones that aren't local. Find the ones that do want to talk about this topic. That would be my best suggestion. But I love that you tried. I love that you emailed. I encourage you to keep doing it. I know this is a discouraging response, but I promise you, eventually they're going to have to address this. And the only way that gets done is if the letters and the requests keep coming in. Important stuff indeed. Thank you, Alien Girl. My app is not working, but I can hear him. My app is not working, but I can hear him. I don't know what that means. Okay, Alien Girl. Hi, I missed you earlier, and he's muted out while. Okay, you're talking about me. Yes, that's exactly what I'm taking here. This is what happened when I make a phone call, Alien Girl. In case you missed this, I don't want to record myself. In the state of California, the laws are very clear. You're not allowed to record any part of the conversation while you're on a phone call, and I don't want to scare off aides and representatives that I'm talking to by telling them the first thing to tell them is, oh, by the way, I'm recording you. That'll immediately want to make them hang up the phone with me as soon as possible. So to avoid that, what I'm doing is I'm stepping out of the live stream and then I come back in and give you updates on what happened during the phone call. So during that time, that video is silent because I haven't figured out a way. And I'll just ask Michael. I'm sure Michael Mataluni knows a way how to do this. But next time I'm hoping to either, when I step out like this, there'll be music or something playing so you guys aren't like, what the hell's going on? But I'm glad you asked a question. I'm glad you're caught up to what's happening. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, she got into it. A+ now. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're you're in on it. Wait, where is? Okay, hold on a second. I lost track of these. Damn, you guys are commenting like crazy. I love it. Do you have any experience in organizing political rallying, Luis? I do not. I do not have any experience in organizing political rallying. I've been to political rallies. I've never organized them. I know how to speak at a political rally. That I do know how to do. But no, I maybe next year that will be something we look at. Ideally, I would love for this to be a festival. You know, how cool would it be if we could get some killer bands or something and the concert was free, but the only thing you had to do to get into the doors was to step into a tent and make 10 phone calls to your local and state representatives. And then you could come into the festival and see whatever band you want. That would be cool, right? I would love to have a big phone home call-in tent at a music festival that encourages people at the festival to stop by the tent and make some calls. I think it's a good idea. I don't know. You know, again, we only had 2 months to organize this big phone home. So all of those, not only that, but coronavirus, you know, but all of those reasons are why this event is more grassroots, at least this year. Next year, I think we're going to have some, especially once we do the big phone home and people see what it is and what we were doing and what we're trying to accomplish. I think it'll make people more comfortable with the idea next year. And hopefully every year, like a snowball that's going downhill, grows and grows and grows and grows. And hopefully in 5-10 years, this is an event like Coachella that people are looking forward to, an event that the government really hates, you know, because every year I want more data. Every year I want a new report. So that's the point of this movement. So baby steps, Alien Girl, we're going to get there. It's coming. But baby steps. And this is the first baby step, this event right here. So again, I'm so happy you guys are here. I missed the switch. You're definitely going for the delay. Yes, I'm definitely going for the delay. That is for sure. Because you're so good at it. Oh man, I appreciate that. You're a sweetheart. Okay. So yeah, Marco Rubio's next. We're going to get to that as soon as I get to the end of these comments. Why not call Mitch McConnell or Chuck? I will. I am going to call Mitch McConnell. I am going to call Chuck. I'm just going to do it off this stream because there's 13 of you guys here. You know, I think an hour and a half of this showing this is more than enough to get an idea of how to use the list, where the tools are at, how you can find them. You know, if you want somebody to join in on this and they don't know how to do it, share this live stream with them. The first 20-30 minutes are going to be very informative on how to access all of these things and what senators are saying. So if you do call on a weekday, you know what to expect. So Thomas, I definitely will be calling them. I think the most important though that I want to do on this stream is Marco Rubio, because as all of you know, Marco Rubio is the loudest one on this topic. So that's the person we need to contact, because I would love to get Marco Rubio to join us on April 24th. That is one of my goals. That's if I could only get one local or state representative, that would be the one that I'd like to have on this show. So you guys tweet at him, email him, call him. This one's big, and invite him to the big phone home. If you do, make sure you mention our website. If you write an email, include the website in the body of the email somewhere, so that way they can check it out and they can see what we're doing. Because again, that my website has a video that explains everything and what this crazy event is becoming. Okay, so because Marco's Marco, this is true. Lindsay G or Maxine Waters, yes. Definitely. Well, I don't know. Let me see if I got Maxine on here. I'm pretty sure I do, but I'm not sure what committee she's on. Well, here, let's see. So she's on the Financial Services Committee. So she's in my list. Maxine Waters is in my list. I've got her information here. Let's see. What was the other one you said? Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is definitely on here. I just can't remember what South Carolina. Let's see here. Offices. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what committee he's on. South Carolina. He's on one. If he's in here, he's on one of the 6 committees. So yeah, both of them are on here, Thomas. So definitely check your check our list. They're there. If they have anything to do with the UAP topic, their name is on this list without a doubt. Okay, so let's see here. Alien Girl. I'm kind of getting really into Marco Rubio a lot lately. He's got a special thing going on. Oh, I can tell you, he's got beautiful eyes. He's got green, those like beautiful green burning eyes. One of my uncles had to say, he's Cuban. I'm Cuban. So I know the eyes he has. And if you look, check out that. If you want to get a good look of his eye color, check out the new Mystery Wire video. It's actually a pretty close-up shot of Marco Rubio, and he's got some light so you can see the hue of his eyes. So if you're really into Marco Rubio, Alien Girl, that's where I'd point you to. Absolutely. If they come in with full mailboxes, it'll be noticed, without a doubt. Something about all his UFO talk. All right, seriously, this is not the chat for this. What are you doing? The unidentified celebrity review. You need multiple people in the stream and making all calls. Yes, that's what we're doing on the 24th, Thomas. That's what the big phone home is going to be. That's what we're doing. This right here is just a one-man effort to make Congress aware of what we're doing on the 24th. This way nobody's caught off guard, or I'm going to do that to the best of my ability. If you want to join me in this, independent calls, go for it, man. You've got the list. You've got all of the instructions. Go for it. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help you. That's what we're going to be doing on the 24th. So I'm glad you said that. Keep chewing bubblegum and kicking ass. Anytime somebody uses a quote from They Live, you're an immediate friend of mine. So not that you weren't a friend before, Gouch. Now we're like best friends. That is my favorite, one of my favorite, probably, other than we're going to need a bigger boat. That's probably my favorite quote from a movie ever. Same mindset weekend is a good move. Thank you. Hi, Undead. Yay. Glad you guys are hooking up. They don't want to take any of the calls ever. That's a crap job that you have to do if you want to be in office later. Yep. You're absolutely right. And I can promise you, when you call them about UAPs, a couple of them, their ears are going to perk up because it's a topic that they might also be interested in. So, or they might just be like, oh my God, another one of these people. Who cares what they are? I don't give a shit. Okay. Just take down my message and pass it along. That's all I care about. Right. So that's what we're doing. Alien Girl 365, big phone home. Exactly. 365 days a year, 7 days a week. You can do this. It's very, very simple. Man, you guys are killing me. Not killing me. I love the comments, man. I can't even keep up with it. Member of Parliament. That's what MP means. Thank you, Rodrigo. Someone's listening to me. I mean, aliens. Kim, let's see. It's trickling down in France. We won't let the Americans beat us to disclosure. It's a race, man. Hey, if you want to make this a challenge, even better, man. Even better. Let's make it a challenge. Who can get more UAP information? France or the United States? According to our French friend here, Explorer Lab, it's going to be France. Come on, America. You going to step up? What's the deal? All right. Kim Kardashian tweeted, asked her followers if they believe in aliens. Interesting. Not a big Kim Kardashian fan, but if she's talking about this, that's can only be a good thing. CE5 Festival, crystals. You know what? I'm assuming you're talking about the supposed music festival idea I have in my brain. I would love for that to be part of it. Love for it. I don't know how much meditating you can do while, Rage Against the Machine is playing. That's just a dream band. That'd be cool if Rage Against the Machine showed up. Rage Against the Machine is not showing up. Let's just be clear. But I'm just saying it'd be tough to meditate, I would think. Or, maybe no concerts at night, only meditations at night. That would be cool. There's a bunch of things we could do. We're putting the cart before the horse. We're crossing a bridge before we get there. Let's get to the 24th. Let's make our phone calls. Let's make a difference. And then we can start talking about next year. If you're making a UFO music festival, Greer is going to lose his mind. Oh, man. Tell me about it. Also, it's all your fault. I'm planning out a Skyhub build. Do it. And if you are, please get in touch with Jeremy McGowan on Twitter, because he is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to working on Skyhub units. And I can tell you, the man is incredibly gracious with his time. This is a something for next year that we're going to be asking for: subsidies for universities and scientific coalitions and organizations to get subsidies to buy their organizations not one, but multiple sky hubs. So that way we can get the data without the military. That's what we really should want. A way to get the data without the permission of the military. And if we had 1 million sky hubs operating at the same time in this country, I think that would give that would start pointing the direction in the way of some answers, I think. So something that we're going to be asking for and working into requests is subsidies for universities specifically. And instead of taking $22 million and making a new program called ATIP or the UAPTF, let's take that $22 million and start divvying it up between people who want to buy sky hubs and add data to the question, as opposed to just whining and asking for it. Start adding some data. So I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm glad it's my fault. I'll take that blame, Matthew. I'll take that all day. Please buy Skyhub. If you got the money, you got the time, go for it. Amy, that's great. Big reach. Check your Twitter. I left you a link there. Chloe is doing a new show or episode, Alien Hunting. Do it. Thanks, Rodrigo. I forgot. You called her Amy. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's Alien Girl. I don't know her as Amy. I know her as Alien Girl. CU5 Festival UFO landing area. Okay, that's just silly. Nah, it's not silly. That's actually a pretty fun idea. I love your comments, you guys. You guys are just hippies, and I love it. I'm sure that'll be there. Although he has his hands and feet. Okay. Oh, by the way, 5th World UFO Congress, October 5th in Barcelona, full live stream. Awesome. Obviously, when that happens, Explore Lab, send me the links, man. Send me the links. Share that stuff with me so that I could share it as well and I could watch, because that sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, so the last comment here, hippie love. Indeed. All right. So let's end this live stream with a phone call to the DC office of Senator Marco Rubio. I'm going to go to the minority members of our list here. Let's see here. Let's I'm not going to take that out. Let's here, I'll do this so you guys can watch that again. Okay, so go to minority members, chairman, or no, he's a minority member. There we go. Vice chairman, Marco Rubio. We got his offices here. All right, so his DC office. Let's start with that. I'm going to get rid of Feinstein's. We left her a message. All right, here we go. I'm going to call the office now. I'm going to back out of the stream, and please, you guys, talk to each other, communicate with each other while I'm gone, come up with some ideas, whatever you got to do. I'll leave you a topic. Let's see. What could be the topic? Somebody give me a topic. Okay. Here's hippie love. There you go. Hippie love. It was sitting right there in front of me. That's the topic. You guys could talk about hippie love while I'm making a phone call to Marco Rubio. All right. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. So we did it. We did it. Okay, so I called Rubio's office. We got an answering machine. You know, that's going to happen. And I left a message. I left a message basically saying, you know, my name again, my name, what state I'm calling from. And I also, the first thing out of my mouth was, I appreciate all of the advocacy and transparency that Senator Rubio has been providing on the UAP topic. I champion his bipartisan efforts to help with getting more data and information. I invited him to the big phone home. I left my website and contact information. So if he's interested, you know, he can call me. Of course, I'm going to be tweeting him. I'm going to be calling his other offices. Well, not his local office, because again, local offices aren't going to get you anywhere. But I'm gonna be calling his colleagues to make sure that his colleagues are also aware of this event, and we're gonna be tweeting at him. Marco Rubio is a big target for the big phone home, so that's one senator in particular that I'm going to encourage everyone contact every day and let him know the date, the website, and the name of the big phone home. So that way we got the best chance to catch his eyes, catch those beautiful green piercing eyes that alien girl loves so damn much. So break a leg, Lou. Thank you, Rodrigo. He is Cuban. I am Cuban. I also said that in the message. I was like, as a fellow Cuban and someone born in Miami, I really appreciate all of the work that Senator Rubio has done on this topic, and the bipartisan effort that he's really pushing. So, Giggles of Summer Love was a time of great hair and music. Indeed, it was. I think I was there, but I had bell bottoms. If you didn't, Julie, why didn't you? Really, you should be more ashamed if you didn't have bell bottoms. Who is up to make a mini CE5 across the globe one day? I'm testing stuff with an astrophysicist. Do it. Do it. I'd be down, man. You want to invite me to that? Look at this. Look what we got here. Michael Mataluni. You are on a nonstop beast mode. I am, dude. I hope I'm gonna send a tweet out now, but I think I already did earlier this morning. I hope you can join me later today. We're gonna be talking about the Drive article, because I wanted to live stream about that last night. So, you know, I just because I didn't want everybody in that chat to think I was crazy. You know, we've got a little private chat where we invite fellow thinkers to join the show as I'm doing live stream. So we're always going to have guests popping in, and Mr. Mataluni is our co-host for the big phone home. So he will definitely be joining us on the 24th. He's going to be helping us with this effort. I don't know if I don't think you've been here for the first 2 hours, Michael, but I've been calling. And we've had some success. We've talked to some aides. We've left messages. When we couldn't get in contact with people, we follow up those voicemails with tweets. So today we got in touch with. We just had just let them. So you know, in this 2 hours while I was hosting the show, I only got, I think, through 4 people, but this is an informative thing. You should be able to get through 4 of these within 15 minutes tops at the very, very, very longest. But we talked to just to go over everyone that we had a conversation or call today. So we just left a message with Vice Chairman Marco Rubio. And we also left we talked to an aide over at Chairman Mark Warner's office in DC. We talked and left a message there, and we talked to a state. We first tried calling Angus King. He's a member of the Senate Intelligence Committee. He's a minority member. We called his DC office. We were on hold for about 10 minutes, I'd say. So we hung up and we ended up calling a local office, talked to the local representative there, or the aide. He recommended to send an email because the local office is obviously reserved for local constituents that are trying to express local issues. So, the aide was very nice, pointed us in the right direction. I will definitely be sending him an email, but in the meantime, I sent him a tweet that I hope you guys also sent out or retweeted. So that way we talked to his aide, we left a message, and we sent a tweet. So we did that with Angus King. And then we talked to, I called Dianne Feinstein, because she's in my state particularly. Nobody picked up. We left a message. I'm going to follow up with a tweet, and I'm also I'm going to follow up with an email. So those are the 4 that we got in contact with today. I think it was a lot of fun. I hope this was informative for you guys. I hope you guys loved it. Michael Mataluni's loving the progress here. And I appreciate your support, brother. And keep up the good work. Much love. Got to go for now. We'll share it. Same here. Ditto, Julie. I got to go for now too. So thank all of you, the 15, 20 of you that were sort of hopping in and out of here. Appreciate all the love. If you have any questions, if you want to help, just follow my Twitter account. Again, I'm going to be tweeting Feinstein and anybody else who I don't get in contact with today. And starting Monday, we're going to start putting out names of the entire. So on Monday, I'm going to put all the majority members in a tweet, and I'm going to tweet out to everyone, this is who we're targeting today. I don't want to say targeting because that sounds, I don't want to say targeting. That's the wrong word. These are the people we are focusing on to get contact with. So keep it, kids. Pay attention to Twitter if you want to stay active from that aspect. If you're not into making phone calls, just keep an eye on the Twitter, and you can retweet. You can copy and paste my tweets and send them out yourself. Whatever you want to do. I recommend changing them if you can in little ways, so that way the AI doesn't boot it out. Just put your name or whatever it is. Just change it in little ways if you can, so that way we get as many messages through as we can. So with all of that said, you guys, thank you so much for coming aboard, getting weird with me. Want to say thank you to the sponsor, BlueMarlinChronicles.com. Want to say thank you to DOS Tapes. They provide the music that you hear at the top and then at the end of the show. Want to say thank you to every single one of you in here: Explorer Lab, Michael Mataluni, Alien Girl, Julie Wetchell, Derek Daughtry. Some really great stuff from your side, man. Honestly, I appreciate everything you said here, for real. Keep up the passion, keep up the love. Rodrigo from Portugal, you are always a welcome person. We've got France representing an Explorer Lab. Again, Alien Girl. We had the Gaucho stop by, which was awesome. The Undead Gaucho. So thank you, Thomas. Thank you. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. If I am, I apologize. Matthew, don't want to forget you. And Alien Scientist, of course, which, by the way, we're going to have a live stream with him next Wednesday. So again, ring that bell, you guys. Like the channel if you like the content, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we got a lot of stuff like this coming up, and things are moving quickly. I love it, you guys. Thank you again. Until next time, which will be later this afternoon. Peace. Play my little outro video for you guys. There you go.
Unidentified. Unidentified.